Welcome to this video about how to use Tableau in your classroom. My name is Albert Alter, and I've been working with young audiences for 20 plus years, teaching clown and circus skills and science skills through clowning and things like that. But I was in the first grade play, and I didn't go right into acting from there. No, I have a checkered background. I went into chemical engineering, social work, but at one point I came back to the arts, founded a nonprofit arts performing group, and worked with Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus as a clown. And now we're going to give you a wonderful exercise that we can use in creating theater. But before, I have some volunteers who are going to help me. First, Maya, and Tony, and Ryan. Okay, so does anybody know what a tableau is?
It's like a painting.
Great, it's a still picture. So it could be like a video, not a video, but a flash picture. So it's a frozen picture. Okay, now I want to give you some vocabulary about the tableaus. In Tableau, you have to think about physical expression. You know, just after you're on stage, how to use your body. Different levels, high, low, and of course, medium. And in its picture, it doesn't move. It's frozen. So we have to think about freezing. And then, of course, focus. Now, what would be the word, what does focus mean to you?
It's where you're supposed to look.
Right. So in the picture that you talked about, if you're in there, Tony, they probably want me to look at you. Or if it's a picture of the ocean and the animals around it, they will pick a place for me to focus. Okay, so again, physical expression, focus, levels, and freeze. So I have an exercise I want to do with you, which I think will give you an experience of that. So you're a balloon, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. You become the balloon, and you blow yourself up. And you get this little pinhole, and you go. No running around the room. Keep your feet right where they are. And don't fall out on the floor, because if somebody falls on top of you, usually you're the one that gets hurt. Okay, so let's try that. Make yourself small. Make the sounds as they blow you up. Ready? Puff those cheeks out. Float around. A little tiny pinhole. You got a whole body. Wonderful. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did great. Okay, now this time, I want to make it a little bit harder. I want you to do what we call that freeze. So as you start to come down, you put your finger over the hole, and you'll stop all action. You'll become frozen. So you don't go, everything's frozen. And look around the room, not with your head, but just your eyes, and see if you can see any motion in the room. Okay? And it may not be here just in the circle, but it may be in the room. All right. And you can use your imagination. The hole could be here on your nose, your chin, your ear, top of the head, elbow. But remember to be frozen. Okay, so let's try that. Everybody down. Make yourself as a balloon. Make the sound as they blow you up. Make yourself really big. Float around really high. And here we go. Freeze. Wonderful. Wonderful. Give yourselves a round of applause this way. People in the deaf community, they can't hear the round of applause. So this is the way they applaud. And if it was really fun, why don't you give them a smile? That's another expression they can see. Wonderful. Okay, so let's quickly talk about that one exercise with the idea about the vocabulary for Tableau. What do?
We were frozen.
Frozen. Great. What's another thing?
We had different levels.
Different levels. Right. Very tall, medium, low. Great. What else?
We made shapes.
Shapes.
Physical expression.
Yeah, great. So wonderful. Okay. So that's the Tableau and the vocabulary of it. Now let's use it. So it can be used in, what I like about Tableau is you can use it in so many different ways, from just a 1 or 2 second snapshot or a freeze, and or on up to that, making dialogue and scenes by taking 10 or 15 minutes to create a tableau and moving from the tableau into speaking and acting. So we're going to start with, here's one, sports event. So I'm going to tell you a sports event, and I'm going to give you 2 seconds. So you don't have time to say, oh, Tony, you do this, or Maya, you do this. It's just 1, 2, 3, and I want you to freeze and what you think represents that sports event. And with the tableau, all three of you, we should be able to understand what it is. Okay, so I'm going to say baseball. So ready? On the count of 3, freeze, and what you think represents the baseball to you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, great. Love, Maya, the fact you not only are you down lower, but you have that expression in the body and all that. Good. Ryan, nice. You ready to catch that? And oh, there it goes. Out, that home run's going around out of the way. Okay, while you're right there, don't move. If you can, turn your head and look at your other performers and see what position are they in. Does it look like they're in a baseball position? All right. Thank you. Hop up. Great. Okay. This time I'm going to make it go a little bit longer, give you a little bit more time, and you can talk to each other. And I think what I'm going to do is after this is over with, or after we've figured out what you're done, I'm going to come around and tap you. And I want you to tell me what you are thinking or feeling in this scene. So here we go. Let's do an accident on the playground. You're on the playground and an accident happens. So talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds or so. Again, we're giving you more time so you can start thinking about it. What would happen? How would an accident be on the playground? And once you're ready, oh, looks like you're ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and hold that freeze. Oh, nice, great. Okay, now when I touch you, I want you to tell me what you are thinking or feeling in this scene as your character.
Oh no!
Great. And?
Not again.
All right. And?
I was just minding my own business.
Wonderful. All right. Give yourselves a nice round of applause. Good job. Woo. Great ideas. Okay. So, let's do this one. You're in the cafeteria. And in this one, take a little bit more time and communicate amongst yourselves. And if you want to, Ryan, you might tell what you think they might want to do. Because you could become the director. That's how you take a tableau and have somebody become the director of it. So go ahead, take your time, huddle up. You're in the cafeteria. So again, you can go from just 2 or 3 seconds. You can have then a longer piece, and now you can go into a situation like this where somebody can direct the scene. Okay, so ready. 1, 2, 3, and freeze. Okay, and same thing. Maya, what's going on in this scene?
Can I sit here?
And Ryan.
Hi. Yeah, of course you can sit.
And Tony.
I hope they don't dump macaroni and cheese on me.
Wonderful. Okay. And everybody says yes. So say that out loud. Ready? Up and yes. Okay. What I liked about this scene, we had different characters. Nice table. Wonderful. Okay. So we can use this also to do slideshows. So here's how this slideshow works. Oh, I know. Maya, would you like to be the first one up?
Sure.
Okay, please. And I even have a clicker, which can be the slide. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You have been on a vacation. And I want you to tell me, where was your vacation? Where'd you go on vacation?
I went to the beach.
The beach. Wonderful. Okay, so describe the first slide. Tell me what's going to be in this first slide. Now, as she's telling you what's going on in the first slide, I want the two of you to get into the position that you think represents the slide. Okay, so Maya, what's going to be in this first slide you're going to show me?
Well, it was an Oregon beach, and so it was kind of rainy because, wintertime.
Yeah.
And so it had that rain, so you could kind of not tell where the sky and sand and water merged.
Okay.
And you could see the birds running across the sand and people and their dogs chasing chasing birds.
Okay, and let's take a look at this tableau.
Click.
Wonderful. Okay, and
And
okay, one more slide. Okay.
then we went to, after we were in the rain, we got really cold, and so we went to Moe's, and we got some clam chowder, and it came in the bread bowls, and then we ate the soup and ate the bowl.
Okay, let's take a look at that slide. Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much, Maya. Okay, Ryan, would you like to help me out on this one?
All right.
Okay, so Ryan, this is going to be a little bit different. Maya and Tony are going to get into position. And when you turn around, you have to explain what's in that slideshow, or what the slide is. Okay, so ready? You get in the position. Talk amongst yourselves quickly to get in the position. All right, and Tony, I'm sorry, Ryan, turn around and tell me what this slide represents.
Gotta click it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Tony did something that Maya didn't like, and now Maya's like really giving it to him and letting him know how unhappy she is.
Wonderful. Okay, let's try one more. So turn back around. Good. Well, you can look at me. You don't have to turn your back to them. That way we can see your face. Okay, quickly come up to another slide position. 1, 2. All right, and the slide.
Maya looks super happy and they're running somewhere, but Tony looks like he's not quite sure if they should be running this direction.
All right, great. Okay, and give yourselves a nice round of applause. Good job. All right. So there are some other ways you could use this. You could take it and maybe take a book. Like if it's a young class, it could be 3 pigs. And what you could have them take maybe 6. 6 is about the right number of slides to do a show. So do the story of the 3 pigs in 6 slides. Or how about some historical events such as the trip to the moon? Oh, I know, the first man on the moon. So think about 6 slides. What's one that you definitely would include? What would be the last slide you might include?
Looking back at the earth.
Looking back at the earth, yes. Good, all right. And you might have using it in a location such as the wetlands or the ocean. I think we just did an ocean scene. Or if you're doing the wetlands, what might you find in the wetland area? What are some characters?
Frog.
And frog, yes. What else?
Birds.
Birds, yes. And
Marshes.
yeah. So again, using your imagination to create that. And again, having a slides to show that. Now, what you could do is also do this kind of thing where you say, eyes closed, and everybody closes their eyes. And then you move into the shape that you want for the first slide. And then somebody goes, eyes open. And the audience opens up their eyes. And then they'll say again, eyes closed. And then you move smoothly into the next scene, next slide. And they say, eyes open. And then they open up and look. And so you get that 6 slide idea. Okay, and one of the things is when you close your eyes, like right now, even though my eyes are closed, I still see Maya on the back of my retina, kind of like this. So so the slideshow really takes on a rhythm of its own. Okay, well, how's it work for you? Have you learned some things about Tableau? What's one of the most important things about the Tableau, you think?
Freezing.
Yes, yes. Otherwise, it's all motion and it's what's going on and what's moving. The freeze is really grounds the Tableau. But what about your bodies?
You have to have a clear idea of what you're going to try.
Yeah, yeah. And show it expressions. So again, vocabulary. We talked about freeze, talked about
Levels.
levels, right. We talked about facial expressions. All right. And I think that's, oh, and where?
Focus.
Yes, where to focus. Okay, great. Well, if you have any questions, or rather, thank you very much for watching this Right Brain Initiative Tableau section. And they have, in the packet they have cards. So, how to do it, the directions, and then also on the back, they have reflection questions that you might want to ask the students and get their feedback for how it worked. And again, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. It's a great resource, the cards that they have at Right Brain Initiative. And I want to thank my lovely assistants, Ryan and Tony and Maya. So, thank you very much. And check out the Right Brain Initiative website for even more ideas and more videos. Thank you.